Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. Take two of this sucker. Foam Brewing. This is their Tasman Sun. Yeah, my camera's doing a weird thing. I'm just gonna keep going. Anyway, yeah, take two. Not same day. I started to review this, opened it, poured it, and realized my camera wasn't recording. That's happened before. It'll happen again, but I figured, I'll review it. It's like a week ago. Back at it. You didn't need to know those things, but here we are. Tasman Sun, this is a dry hopped Pilsner coming in at a whopping 4.2%. Foam Brewers, all their labels, all their names have to do with bands and stuff like that. I don't know what Tasman Sun has to do with anything. A lot of their musical references I don't get, so I just assume they live in a world that I don't when it comes to music. So probably it's probably a lot of like classic rock and stuff like that, to be perfectly honest. Because like classic rock, but I just don't know much about it. Anyway, label-wise, it is what foam does. They're contour cut stickers. That's my jam. I always dig their labels. As far as the beer goes, I mean, that looks the part of what you'd expect from a nice, kind of crafty kind of Pilsner. Actually, quite clear, the soft, subtle taste to it. Nothing too crazy, but it looks the part. Just hyper clear, pinky finger, soapy, rocky edge on it with this nice kind of soft kind of carbonation. We're off to a good start. Let's even get a nose. Summer in a glass. Kind of makes sense. The sun portion of the show. Very much summer in a glass. All your citrus points are leaning towards a brightness here. You're talking like a lemon lime citrus kind of combination here. You're talking this big, huge brightness of just summery in glass. So it kind of makes sense with this, hyper crisp and clear kind of vibe to it, at least aromatically. I think that's going to fall through in a taste. Maybe even a little bit of F-duggery when it comes to the kind of water chemistry here. Maybe a little bit of like minerality to it because it just comes off squeaky clean. And just a soft little Pilsner malt, nothing too hyper aggressive, just kind of there doing its job, being utilitarian. But it really is about these kind of summery vibes, both from the water chemistry and from the hops that really kind of make this thing kind of purr. At least for this guy. Let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. Yeah, to a T. From the nose to the taste, it's exactly what you think you're going to get in a very cool way. Again, I don't think there's like a lemony hop in here, like a lemon drop hop or sriracha, something along those lines, but it has this big, bright kind of outside of orange kind of citrus kind of vibe, a little lemon limey vibe with that citrus on top of it that makes an uber crusher of a summer beer. 4.2%, we're sort of talking about something that you could drink a decent amount about. And then again, I will stick to my initial kind of guns there when it comes to how this beer is kind of constructed outside the hop side of things. A super crisp, nondescript, utilitarian kind of Pilsner malt and a super hyper clean, super hyper crisp body. This is absolutely 100% Americanized crispy boy status when it comes to Pilsner. And this has to have some very deft hands, some very deft fingers kind of delving into the water chemistry here because it comes off as just so squeaky clean, like above and beyond what you even get from like macro lager. That's how like crisp and clean it is. So for me, that's a combination of the super bright hops complementing a really nice top kind of malt bill, this really cool kind of water chemistry nerdery thing to make this water either super neutral or just a little bit on the more kind of minerality side. And it just kind of makes for, honestly, absolutely fantastic Pilsner. You're talking about 4.2%. This is, sessionable level stuff. And this is the stuff I want in sixtels. This is the stuff I almost want in like potable water. You give this to me closer to 3%, then we're talking about potable water at this point. But honestly, this is honestly one of the best Pilsners I've had this calendar year, without a doubt. You know what I mean? It comes off and just sings this bright, summery tunes. Listen, today, a couple days before Easter, my son's first soccer practice ever in his life was today. It was nice out, a little light jacket, a little breezy, but very much spring vibes. And that's what this sucker has going for it. Very much. It's not, it doesn't taste anything like a gin and tonic, but it has those gin and tonic vibes that when I sit down and drink a gin and tonic for the first time in like springtime, it's almost like a rite of passage for myself to kind of be like, spring. And that's where this sucker lands as far as the way Pilsners go and the way Pilsners work, especially the dry hop variety of the Americanized version. This is one of the better ones I've had. And sentence. There you go. Review in the books. Let's talk about it. Mount Rushmore status Pilsners as of late. Yes. I'm going to put it on there. Valued availability. Don't know. Foam. We get a decent amount of foam here in Jersey, but it can be a little bit elevated. But the place I get it from is usually pretty reasonable. So I'm going to say this is probably 15-ish bucks for a 4-pack. A little high for an Italian Pilsner, or sorry, dry hop Pilsner. But very much tasty nonetheless. Off the shelf and leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like those summer in a glass hoppy jams, whether it be low ABV haze or a little bit of IPL, a little bit of kind of hoppy lagers. Yeah, Italian pills, those kind of things, you will dig this beer. Full show. There you go. Review in the books. Hopefully enjoyed. Foam, have you been to the brewery? Have you had their beers? I've done both. What's your favorite foam beer? My favorite foam beer is, I like a lot of them. All that stuff down there. Let's talk about it. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of foam right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers, y'all.